Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 1st through the 6th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising with this lovely deck here. And we're going to pull a spirit message for you all from this lovely unicorn themed deck here. Guys, we've got some big energies coming in. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I touched on it a few days ago with the lullaby card and the message I had in there about masculinity. And how we were coming into a time of change and how a lot of people were going to be coming into aggression. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening in a big way. That full moon in Sagittarius eclipse that's happening on June 5th, it's no joke. And we're already starting to feel the effects. This full moon in Sagittarius is bringing a lot of people a desire for safety, a desire to be themselves, to be accepted for who they are, and to be able to live their best life. And so we're seeing and a desire for freedom. And so we're seeing this in the United States right now with a lot of what's going on. We're seeing it in China with the protests over there. And we're going to be seeing it all around the world for a while as we come into a better age, as we come into a new renaissance. But we're going to see how the energies are going to be affecting Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising in your personal lives right now. Okay? And again, even though I'm doing the reading for June 1st through the 6th, this energy is going to be with us for 6 months to a year. It's going to be around for a while. So there's going to be big energies coming in. First and foremost, Virgo, we have the Three of Swords. And I know that this is a scary card, and this is a card that makes a lot of people sad. I know you might see this and be like, I don't want this to be my first card. I don't want this card coming up. Something you need to keep in mind. Okay, and I've said this before in previous readings. When the Three of Swords comes up, a lot of the times I see it come up in a way where either we're being given an opportunity to release past hurts and old pain because we're making room for blessings. So the way that I feel this card is coming up for you, Virgo, you might not, some of you may have a situation where Spirit is making it very clear to you where not to put your loyalty. Right? It's said we don't know what's being said about us in rooms where we're not present, but Spirit sure does. And if there has been anybody who's been, kind of instigating drama in your life, or if there has been anybody who's been talking about you behind your back, I feel Three of Swords is saying that stuff is going to be revealed to you so that you no longer carry this person with you. Because Virgo, I was going to say Taurus, Virgo, I feel a lot of you are coming into a really massive blessing, like really big financial blessings and really good times are coming for you as we shift into the new energy. And Spirit is showing you who does not deserve to be a part of that blessing. Right? Because when we're successful and blessings are coming in, everyone wants to remind us that they've been our buddy, that they've been our friend, that they've been back with us since day one. And so that people don't do that, so I feel with the Three of Swords, some of you it's becoming very clear and very apparent who does not have your back, so that they don't get to be a part of benefiting from your blessing in the near future. For other ones of you, Virgo, it could be that as we're coming into the full moon energy, keep in mind the full moon is a time of release in general, okay? Full moon in Sagittarius or any other sign, eclipse or no eclipse, the full moon is always a time of release where emotions can run very high. So I feel like the Three of Swords is saying that in this full moon energy, a lot of you are going to begin releasing the past. Any betrayal, anything that you've never really quite gotten over just yet, it is coming out. It is being cleared away, and you're able to release it so that you're no longer holding on to those disappointments or to those resentments. Okay? You're letting it go and you're coming out of it. One piece of advice that I can give you about the Three of Swords, it's intense. It's an intense release, but I always give the example of like little preschoolers running around on a playground and one of them falls and hurts their knee. They scream and they cry bloody murder like it's the end of the world, but you give them an ice pack or a Band-Aid, you give them a hug, and 2 seconds later they're running off pretending they're a dinosaur or pretending they're a superhero again, like nothing ever even happened. So even though it might be an intense pain, my experience with Three of Swords is that it won't last very long. It's not something that you're going to have to carry with you for 6 months through a year. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's going to be messages coming up for you in this reading, or cards coming up for you in this reading, that have a lot to do with receiving. Anytime we're kicking it off with Three of Swords, it's letting us know that we're releasing and we're making room to... we're releasing and making room to receive. So your next card here, Virgo. Why do I keep wanting to call you Taurus? Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. If you have unfinished business with a Taurus, this is the time that it's going to come to fruition and you're going to be able to tie up those loose ends. But Virgo, your next card here is Two of Wands. And Two of Wands has to do with partnerships. So there could be truths being revealed to you about partnerships. Or there could be truths being revealed to you about who not to go into business with. Maybe you've had some idea or project you've been working on, some project you've been wanting to put out there, and there might have been somebody like working with you, but you might see and you might realize, hey, you know what? This person is trying to pull one over on me. Because Two of Wands could indicate, like, for example, if you had a contract coming up, really look at the fine print. Read in between the lines, because this person might realize how much potential you have and how beneficial this could be, but they're not letting it on to you. And so they're cutting you a deal where they're selling you short. And then later on, you're like, oh man, I wish I would have known that, because now I feel like I missed out on a lot of chance for gain. So if there are contracts and things like this, please make sure you have an attorney advise you, take a look at it, maybe get a second opinion if you can, maybe get more than one lawyer to look at it, because it's saying that there might be an opportunity for you in this contract to receive far more than what you're being offered. There might be a need for you to renegotiate, and that can be making some of you sad, in that, well, it sucks that I have to do that. Why can't people just be fair and upfront from the beginning? Why do they kind of have to try to, like, play like this? So there could be truth coming up in some partnership in this way for some of you. Two of Wands in general, like, you're really having to weigh your options, consider your options, and consider the long-term effects regardless of what you decide. Okay, you want to go into something knowing what you're getting into, because if you go in with false expectations, even if the situation ends up for you well in the end, there's still a sense or a feeling of disappointment or frustration, or man, this isn't what I was expecting, or this isn't what I was anticipating. And so now you have a chance to avoid that, right? If you go in educated, if you go in prepared, then you can handle whatever comes up without it really draining you or dragging you or pulling you down. Your next card here, Virgo, is the World. And it's funny, I think it came up in the same spot, if I'm not mistaken, for Scorpio, right? So, if you have Scorpio in your chart, this is kind of a double kind of message for you. Because I don't know, let me know if there's any other of you guys out there that you're a Scorpio with Virgo placement. My Venus is a Virgo, but I haven't met any other people whose Venus is in Virgo. Let me know if you're one of them. I don't know if it's like a rarity. I'm not studied in astrology. I don't know. I just haven't met very many Venus and Virgo people. But here's the card. Coming back to the card, we have the World. And so the World is going to be about completing cycles, finishing karmic cycles, and coming into the new life, coming into the elevated energy. So Virgo, if you've been going through extensive healing, if you've been going through an extensive working on yourself, the World card, keep in mind it's major arcana and it's big energy. So the next 6 months to a year, it's going to be the time of the healing where you're coming out of it. You're coming out of the healing in a way where you're stepping out into the world like the new you. Here's the new and improved Virgo stepping into the world. So it could also be in terms of business or projects where you're getting a lot of attention. People are seeing you, people are noticing you. But more importantly, you're finally ready to accept it. You're ready to accept compliments. You're ready to accept praise. You're ready to accept, being rewarded for your hard work. The World card is also a card that comes to me with the energy of like feeling very comfortable in your own skin. Maybe some of you had very unrealistic expectations of yourself and like how you had to be before success could come into your life, right? This is the problem what a lot of people have when they're trying to manifest and they're like, oh my gosh, why can't I manifest? Why does it work for other people but it doesn't work for me? Because when you're doing your visualizing and when you're doing your visualizing and your meditation and your daydreaming for what you want, a lot of the times you're also daydreaming yourself a certain kind of way. So it's like you're telling the universe, I can't have this until I'm a certain way, right? Like I can't have this until I'm a certain age, or I can't have this until I look a certain way, or I can't have this until I'm making a certain amount of money. And you want to try to imagine it happening to you as you are right now, not happening to you in some ulterior universe where you're a completely different kind of person. So some of this could be, like I said, we have sometimes unrealistic expectations of ourselves, but you want to see this happening to you now. You want to see this happening to you as you are now. And the World card is like you're coming to the energy where you're realizing that, where you're like, hey, I deserve all this stuff right now. You know, I deserve it as I am who I am. So coming into that sense of like reality and liking who you are and liking the way that you are. It doesn't mean that you won't continue working on yourself. It just means that you're not seeing yourself as unworthy for not being at some goal. Okay? And also if there's been any kind of karmic cycles, things like this, it's coming to an end. It's done. That karmic is paid. That karmic debt is paid, and you can go on to the higher vibration, to the higher energy. And this next card here is Page of Wands. Okay, Virgo, a Page of Wands, some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, either a younger fire sign or a fire sign that has very youthful energy, that's very kind of youthful, or that you connect with from like younger days. So fire sign would be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. If you have fire in your chart, then that aspect of you may be coming to the surface in the coming weeks and months ahead. Now, Page of Wands can be a very exciting energy. And those of you that watch my readings, you've heard me talk about this card in the past. I kind of call it the second adolescence card. The card where like you're wanting to go out and carve your place in the world. You're figuring out who you are. You're figuring out your strengths, your talents, your passions. And you have this optimistic energy that you're going to go and make things happen. You're going to go and be successful. You're going to go and like create your path in life. It's also like, you know, finding your friends, finding where you fit in, finding your tribe, the rushing and raging hormones, and the crushes and the attractions and the, you know, like just the butterflies and all that kind of stuff. So Virgo, a lot of you might be coming into a more youthful energy. You may be coming into a more youthful energy and feeling like you're having that adolescence, feeling like you're finding yourself again. Some of you are feeling like you're back in high school or feeling like you're back in college or something. But you're definitely in this energy of like creating your path, creating your ideal life, and going out in confidence, like going out for it in a way of confidence, right? When we're teenagers and we haven't been, you know, knocked around by the world just yet, we have a view where we don't really think of ourselves as failing, right? And so a lot of you are getting that back. You're getting that fire back, and you're actually able to manifest. You're actually able to come into success as a result of it, because you're shaking away the past disappointments. You're shaking away anything that's taken your confidence, and you're coming into your power again. You're getting your fire back. You're getting your groove back, Virgo. Alrighty, my darlings. I thank you for watching. Let's see what your spirit message is And again, my dears, I highly, highly encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. If you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule with me through the Calendly link in the description of the video. Let's see what we have here. Goddess. Oh, Virgo. Goddess Virgo. So the message here is: honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Didn't we just talk about that? Wasn't I just saying that with the World card? Virgo, you're coming into this energy. You know, whatever this means to you, however you're going about it, but you're coming into the energy of seeing your beauty, seeing your feminine energy, whether or not you're male or female, whether you identify as male or female. We all have male and not male, I'm sorry. We all have masculine and feminine energy. We all do, right? That's why, you know, some people get made fun of. Like there's females growing up, they might have a lot of masculine energy, and if you're an 80s baby like me or older, it was seen as very negative. Like, oh, you're gay, and like people would be mean because they were very disrespectful, right? They were very disrespectful, and they didn't realize that you know, they're being bigoted, or they're being prejudiced, or they're being, you know, they don't realize that, right? So anytime anybody had like masculine energy but they were feminine, or they had feminine energy and they were masculine, it was seen as like an insult, like there's something wrong with you. But we all have masculine and feminine energies. And so there's nothing wrong with being female and having a lot of masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with being male and having a lot of feminine energy. But this is about balancing, bringing your feminine energy into balance, because maybe for some of you, you've ignored it entirely, or you haven't felt safe to embrace it. That's one thing that sadly, even as us women know, or those of us who are female, we know that sometimes it's like, well, if we're trying to succeed in business, or we're trying to succeed at work, it can be seen as a weakness to come in and have feminine energy. So we feel like we have to take on the masculine. We have to take on like the no nonsense, don't mess with me kind of energy. We have to be tough, right, to be taken seriously. And so Virgo, those of you that you've abandoned your feminine energy in that quest or in that path, you're finding that, hey, there's nothing wrong with feminine energy. It's safe for me to be in my feminine energy. It's helpful for me. It's beneficial for me. It's going to help me be more successful. So you're coming back into that feminine energy. Okay, you're coming back into that feminine energy, and feeling beautiful, and feeling nurturing, and feeling loving. The roses, I love the roses that are around her hair. They're so very beautiful. And roses are something that I always associate with Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel is the patron archangel of beauty, you know, helping us to see ourselves the way heaven sees us, helping us to have more positive thoughts about ourselves, and helping us bring beauty into our life. So bring beauty into your life this week, Virgo. Move things around, get rid of clutter, maybe put up something pretty, maybe do like a project. I'll show you guys this. I got this off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. I'm doing a diamond Jesus painting, and it's so pretty. You can't like really tell it. It doesn't like do justice. But a little thing like that, you know, something where you're not breaking the bank, but just something that gives a little bit of pizzazz, something that gives a little bit of flair, something that means something to you. You know, some kind of project, you know, go to the dollar store and get little knickknacks or things that are pretty. Or don't spend money at all. Just move things around. Let light into your place. Admire the beauty around you. Maybe if you go for a walk, pick some flowers or something, and just bring beauty into your space. And this is going to really help you with getting grounded and helping you in your manifestation and helping you in your growth moving forward. Alrighty, my darlings. Again, watch your moon sign, rising sign. You can schedule a private reading with me through the Calendly link. And if you all want to have a live YouTube session, I do thank you guys for those of you that showed up to my Instagram fundraiser and donated to try to help my old hairdresser. Wonderful, amazing woman, single mom to 2 great boys. sweetest person, one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She's actually in danger of losing her salon after she has worked so hard to make it happen. Thankfully, she can go back to work now. The governor of New Mexico is allowing salons to open up, but she's still in danger of losing her salon. You guys were amazing, and you helped us earn $888 out of the $2,500 needed. So if we can hit the $2,500 goal by this Friday, June 5th, then Saturday, June 6th, I will come onto YouTube Live and I will do card readings for the questions in the comments. I will just pull cards for you all. And if it goes well, if it's not too scary, if it's not too overwhelming, then I will go ahead and maybe try to do a YouTube Live free readings once a month. Okay, we'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens. So the link to donate, and I was just going to say, guys, just donate $1 if you can. I know some people don't have $1 to spare. I know I've been there at times in my life. I completely understand. So even if all you can do is send good vibes and send a prayer and send some good energy, I thank you and I pray that you be blessed for it. So whether or not you can donate, I still love you anyway. But I mean, there's 100,000 subscribers. Some videos get like, tens of thousands of views. Some videos get 5,000 views. Some videos get 1,000 views. But even if a handful of everybody donated $1 or a little bit more, we could reach that 2,500 in an hour, in less than an hour. We could reach it in a few minutes. So if we can reach the goal and hopefully save Jennifer's salon, it would mean so much to me if we could help her out, because she's such an amazing person who has overcome so much in her life. Then I will be happy to say thank you by coming on and doing a free live YouTube session. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week. Take care, Virgo.